Your triggers are a gift from God. They are a gift to you. They have been given to you to serve you, to assist you, to help you, to support you in whatever you're doing or whatever you asked for. They're not, they didn't come to harm you, or they didn't come to just put you in fight or flight, flight, freeze, fawn. They didn't just come to dysregulate you for no reason. They have a very specific purpose. So I'm going to touch on in this video two ways to look at triggers and how to really get the most out of them, and how to understand what's happening at a deeper level. So when you ask for something, or when you declare something on the inside, like when you give it to yourself or when you ask God for something, then God is like, okay, she needs to do this, and this to become that type of person. Or this, and this, and this, and this, and this need to happen in order for her to become the vibrational match to experience that thing in the physical 3D reality that we're living in, the solid world. To take it out of your inner world, your mind, and your inner visions, and to manifest it. That's my definition of manifestation, is that I seen the physical hard solid 3D thing. Okay, in order for you to become the vibrational match to that thing, because you haven't manifested it yet in the physical 3D reality, because you're not experiencing it in life, in the reality that we live in, you haven't yet been the vibrational match, or the vibration hasn't accumulated strong enough for it to just output from your input that you're doing on the inside, right? So if this and this thing need to happen, then God brings up the triggers. You trigger yourself. Because the subconscious is subconscious. You're not consciously aware of your programs, your belief systems, the things that happened to you when you were a child that you can't even remember, the little situations that came up before you even have recollection of them or memory of them. So you don't know, you're not conscious of what may be blocking, what may be stopping you from being the person that you would need to be in order to have the thing that you want to have. By the way, hello, I'm Blossom. We talk about manifestation, spirituality, healing, trauma, identity shifting, deep, very deep inner work. My details are in the description box for coaching. If you would like to work together or get extra support for your situation, you know where to find me. So when you ask for something, now things need to shift and happen. And you don't need to go look for the things that need to shift and happen. They will naturally present themselves to you. This is why you don't need to figure it out. This is why, like the manifestation videos, or maybe you hear somebody say, like, you don't need to figure out the how. And they are exactly right, because the how presents itself once you make the decision inside of yourself, as the God that you are, that, okay, I get to have this thing, I want to experience this thing, is done. Now now reality brings up your subconscious programs, brings up all these things. Like, the dirt has to come to the surface for you to be able to skim it off, for you to be able to deal with it, for you to be able to, deal with these things. They have to come to the surface, right? So the trigger is the thing coming to the surface that you need to work with, and it's a gift. Sorry. Even if it feels like in the moment, it can feel like dire. Okay, it can feel like a dire situation in the moment. Let's say you ask for money. Let's say you want your first 10K month, And in order for you to manifest your first 10K month, there's some little tweak in your personality. It could be a money issue that comes up, but sometimes it's not a money issue that comes up. Sometimes it's another trigger, because there needs to be this like shift in your identity and your self-concept and your personality, in your morals and your standards and your boundaries and your belief systems. So the trigger comes up to help you, to serve you. It says, here's the gift, here's what you asked for, here's the thing that's inside of you in your subconscious programming that you do not see, but here it is. And God gives it to you on a silver platter and says, here you go. And now you can see it. Now you can experience it. What is it? It's yourself. You're experiencing yourself. So the trigger comes up and now you can experience it. But most people just see the trigger as a negative thing, and they don't see the gift in it, and they don't understand how it is beneficial, how it's like the key. It's like here's the key to the thing, to the door that you want to open. Like, here it is. Here's the key. You asked for this. So start shifting your perception on triggers, on conflicts, on challenges, on things that come up that feel hard to deal with, on emotional, very heavy things that come up, on money issues, health issues, relationship issues, on all these little problems. Start seeing them as gifts. They are the keys. They are the gifts. They're what you asked for, because in that thing, if you dismantle it, if you unpack that suitcase and get to the bottom of it and you go into the root system, you will find the key, you will find the value, you will find the thing that you're meant to find, so that you can unlock this new level that you need to unlock in order to have and experience the thing in the 3D physical reality that you are manifesting from the inside. So in order to have that first $10,000 month, it's something in that situation that's trying to help you get there. That's trying to say, hey, we tweak this a little bit so we can change our frequency, so we change our energy, so we change our vibration through the situation that triggered you. So it's a gift. Anger is also a gift. Anger is a boundary keeper, or anger is a anger comes to protect you. It's like a shield. Like, anger is just a mask. It's just like the covering. So it's never, anger is never at the root of what the real thing is. Anger is protecting you from something deeper, much deeper, much, much, much deeper. So if you find yourself angry in a triggering situation, ask yourself, what did anger come to protect me from? What did anger really come? What emotions did anger really come to protect me from in this situation? And that will be the thing, that will be the gift. And I'm pointing down because it'll be in the root system. It'll be in the subconscious programming. It's the gift. And you must go that deep. You must really go deep, because don't look at the situation for what it is. Don't take that situation for what it is. That situation that you're dealing with in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, however old you are, that situation ain't got nothing to do with that. It don't have nothing to do with that. It don't have nothing to do with them people. It don't have nothing to do with that place. That situation don't have nothing to do. That situation goes so deep into your childhood subconscious programming. That situation go unless the situation is with your mom, your dad, your caregivers when you were little, your religious organizations when you were little, your teachers, your school system, your friends. If it has something to deal with those people, then okay, then maybe, yeah, it's valid and it has something to do with those people. But if it don't have nothing to deal with the people you were around from 0 to 7 or 8 years old, then that situation is stemming from something that happened all the way back in your childhood. And now, most likely, okay, 95% of the time or so. And now it's up to you to go into that situation a little bit deeper and look at it, look at it a little deeper. Say, what did the anger come to teach me? Why did I shut down during this situation? Why did I freeze? Why did I run away from this? What am I scared of? What is going on here? Like, what's the real issue? So that's one part, right? And then as you go deeper, so most people do is they take that trigger and they don't see it as a gift. They don't see it as something positive. They don't see it as helping them to experience their manifestation in the 3D physical reality. They don't take it as the key to the door that they want to unlock, and they just let it go. Even the tiniest situation, even that little discrepancy that you had with the waitress or with the cashier, or that little thing you had with your coworker, or that time you got angry with your children, or this little thing even it could be a small little thing, especially if it involves another person, because you can be triggered by an environment, you could be triggered by a noise, an object, a color. Like, there are so many triggers, but if they deal with people, oh, it's really deep then. If it's person to person, it's a really deep trigger in there. I mean, it's a really deep trigger for anything that you're triggered by, honestly. Honestly, it is. So unpack it and see the gift in it, and then you take that situation and you use it to your benefit. Do not squander, like, do not let it pass you by. I mean, you can let it pass you by. Hey, you can do whatever you want to do. Because guess what? That thing will trigger you over and over and over and over and over and over again until you master it, until you get down to the bottom of it. It'll trigger you again. So don't even worry about it. You don't even have to you don't even have to deal with that trigger. It will trigger you again. And guess what? If you don't get to it in this lifetime, it'll trigger you in the next lifetime, and or it will pass down to your kids, because you're going to pass down that programming to your children if you don't deal with it. If you don't deal with those triggers, if you don't go into your subconscious programming and allow those situations that are coming up to the surface to benefit you by alchemizing them, by doing very deep inner work to release those programmings and those belief systems and things, then you'll just pass them down to your kids, and they'll have to deal with those, or you'll have to deal with them in your next round, your next time. It's okay. You gonna deal with it again. Don't even worry about it. You won't have time. We ain't going nowhere. Okay? We ain't going nowhere. You got so much time. Now, how do you use it to your advantage? Once you get down to the bottom of it, like once you get down to the root of it and you have figured out like what's the real thing that came up with this situation for me to look at, what inside of me made this come up? Because if it came up, it's inside of you, it's a part of your subconscious programming, it's a part of your belief system. Something is in there that needs tweaking for you to go to your next level, right? So once you find that thing, then you're gonna, instead of just seeing it, now you would do something with it. Now you will acclimatize it. Now you will change. Change is very hard. That's why most people don't do it, because they don't even see the triggers as a thing to investigate. Like, they don't even see that the argument or the fight came in there to show you that you have insecurities and now you need to work on your attachment style. And by working on your attachment style, it helps you to unlock your first $10,000 month. Like, and it might not seem related to what you think you want to experience, money, health, relationships, but it is. And you can trust that it is, because if it comes up, it's meant for you. Everything that comes up is meant for you to deal with in that time. That's why you don't have to do anything. That's why you don't have to take any action. The action, you're going to run into the action. Like it the the next level happens automatically, or it tries to, because it has to trigger you. It has to bring it up to help you, right? So then I hope I'm making sense. I hope you connecting the dots here. So you do the inner work, and now you change that thing. So in the next situation, instead of being insecure about your boyfriend doing something, or your husband doing something, or instead of your insecurity coming up because you're working on your attachment style, because this was in the root system of the last trigger, and because you've been working on your attachment style, because you've been changing your ways, the next time he do the same exact thing, because it's gonna come around to trigger you again, to see, to kind of like, because this is the past, so it will come up and trigger you again. And then that'll be the time when you display your security, your secure attachment style now, because you're no longer insecure. So then that would fall out of your field. Now those type of situations, they start happening less and less and less, because you don't give your attention to them, because you're not triggered by them anymore. But they'll come up again, because this is the past. This is not the present moment. This is the past. This is not the present moment. Where is the present moment? It's inside of you. You are the present moment. This physical reality that we're dealing with, this is the past. So I came to tell you that your triggers are a gift from God, that you can alchemize anger, that you can alchemize those fears and those insecurities and those different things that come up from your childhood subconscious programming, and you can turn them into something else that benefits you now. That is another unlock. It's like you unlock the next level of the game now. It's like you unlock the next level of you now. It's like you turn into a completely different person, and now you're vibrating on a different frequency, and now you getting the thing that you want. Now you getting it in the 3D physical reality, because you already have it on the inside, right? You're gonna give it to yourself, and then this world is going to mirror you. You're gonna give it to yourself first, because you're first. You're the present moment. You're the cause of what's happening in the world. You're the cause of this. That's why you can trust the trigger when it comes up, right? Because you're causing the trigger. You're triggering yourself. So you can see the subconscious programming that's stopping you, that's blocking you, that's not allowing you to experience what you want to experience. See, because if you weren't triggered, how would you access, how would you access it? Because it's subconscious. It's a subconscious program. So the trigger comes to help you. I mean this for all situations that are triggering. In all triggering situations, in every single little thing, God is always trying to up level itself. It's always trying to, let's say someone is asking for perfect health, and then they go to the doctor, and now here's the health issue. It's like, damn, I was just asking for perfect health, and now I went to the doctor and they've told me that I have this major health, and now they've told me that I have this health issue. Well, they had to tell you that you have the health issue. It was inside of you. It was the past living inside of you, the health issue. So now once you see the health issue, once you see the diabetes or the pre-diabetic status, now you can change your diet. You have to, It has to come up to the surface so you can see it. It gives you the opportunity to see yourself. So that what? But you don't just see yourself. You then have to take the second step, which is to change your ways, to change what you do, to change how you eat, to change how you act, to change, to change yourself depending on what the situation calls for. So it's really all for your benefit. Everything is working out for you. Everything is happening for you. Everything is working for you. We're all here to serve you. We're all being served. Okay? We're all being gifted. We're all being served. Everything is positive. Everything is working out for your greatest and highest good. Everything is trying to help you. Everything is trying to support you. But you got to take back your inquisitive nature. You got to take back your questions, because people will act like questions are annoying. And when you was a child, you will get that type of programming. Like, you can't ask too many questions or you'll be annoying. You can't ask too many questions. People don't like that. No, you need to ask. You need to ask way more questions about yourself, about the things that are happening in your life, about why they're coming up. What does this mean? What is the deeper thing going on here? You know? And I hope you got so much value from this video. I'll see you very soon. Bye.